Hi there, and welcome to Art for the Soul Studio. I'm Carrie. I'm a therapeutic arts facilitator, and today I'm looking forward to making art with you to help you find some deep, restful sleep. We are going to be making a thought box for sleep. So if you're having trouble sleeping because you're overthinking things, or you're worried or anxious about things, this is a great exercise to try with materials that you can just find at home. And some of the materials we're going to be using are, you're going to need a box, and this is actually a tea box, which is a great size, but you can use any box that you have, larger or smaller, whatever you have around. Maybe some fabric scraps, some collage materials, things for magazines. I have some stickers here. I have some papers, different papers, some more fabric scraps. Okay, a pair of scissors you'll need. I'm using Mod Podge as well as a glue stick. So with the Mod Podge you do need a brush, and I think that's about it. If for some reason you don't have these materials around, what you really need is some sort of a box. And if you don't have any other materials, think about what you have around the house. Markers, crayons, anything that you could write on, even ballpoint pens you can use to decorate your box. A pretty napkin, things like that. The whole idea behind this is not to stress. Use what you have. We want to keep our minds calm and relaxed, because really this is an opportunity for us to give our brains a break and enjoy being in the moment and with some process and intuitive art, and kind of pushing away all that worry about what I'm producing, what it's going to look like. It's just something that we want to keep our minds calm. We want that mindful break so we can go to sleep afterwards. Okay, so I would recommend finding a comfortable spot to work, maybe lowering the lights a little bit. You could add some candlelight. Actually, what I love to do whenever I'm doing a different art project is I always start with some essential oils. I'm using chamomile for this, and I'm just going to pop some in my box there. It smells so good because chamomile is really good for sleep. And I'm just trying to get myself into that mode of giving my brain the message that it's time to calm down, it's time to slow down my thoughts. So scent is really good. Lighter, dimmer lights, I should say, are really good. Some candlelight, even some gentle music in the background would be really great. Okay, so sometimes our thoughts, they are trapped in our head. They're like unending. They keep going and going. And so this exercise is really to help us find a place to take those thoughts and put them away so we can sleep. Because we all know that we can worry for hours and then try and go to sleep. But when we wake up, the worry's still going to be there. So this is giving our minds a message. I understand I have all these thoughts and worries swirling around in my head, and I'm giving myself permission to take those worries and put them in the box for the night, and I'll take care of them in the morning. And during the process of trying to fall asleep, I'm going to say to myself, whenever a worry starts to come up, I put it in the box for the night, I'll deal with it in the morning. And I'm not going to get into that thought. I see it coming in the corner of my mind, that worry, that stressful event that may be happening, or something that happened that I'm anxious about. But I'm going to see it once it pops up. I'm going to say, no, I see that you're there, but you're in the box now, so I can't deal with you. I'll deal with you in the morning. So here you're basically creating a space for your thoughts to go, so you can go and fall asleep and relax and have a deep, restful sleep. So let's begin with just really just intuitively playing around with the materials. And when I say intuitively, just let it happen. Grab a handful of materials. Don't spend too long, you know, worrying I should do this, I should do this. There's no planning here. It's just, you know, feel your materials, see the colors that you like, and just kind of go for it. And I'm going to use Mod Podge because things stick really well with Mod Podge. And as I'm like gluing stuff in, I'll start inside my box. I really want to think about, like, if I could find a safe place for my worry thoughts, those unending spiral of thoughts, because I know I have to deal with them. What would that place be? Would it be bright and bold? Would it be, you know, soft and cozy? You know, just kind of think about that space where you're going to put your thoughts to rest. And as you're doing this, if you've used essential oils, you can take some slow inhales right through the nose and really fill up the lungs, fill up the belly, and then so you are mindfully taking in those thoughts, and then you can release them into your box and say, okay, they're in my box. I have to put that one away now. And we'll just leave it in there for the night. And there's all sorts of things that you can use in your box. I just grabbed what was close. And you can use feathers and pom-poms, you can use yarn, you can use glitter and sparkles, whatever makes you feel happy. But we don't want to get too overly stimulated by this project. So I want you to remember to breathe and release the breath. I know a lot of times we say, take a deep breath, but that's when we hold it all in. We have to release that breath. We have to let it go, okay? So the best way to work on this project is limit yourself to 20 minutes, 30 minutes tops. Because again, we don't want to get overstimulated. And if we don't finish it in the first night, that's fine. We can just work on it again, even if it's unfinished. You know, we can certainly still use it. And another thought just came in my mind. I'm gonna kind of like let it go into the box. And so with this exercise, you're really using your imagination and your creativity to literally rest that overactive mind. And it's like you're using a metaphor as this is your thought box, this is the worry part of your brain, and you're basically putting it away for the night. So I'm just going to continue working on it. I love to rip papers. I find that very relaxing. It doesn't require any kind of, you know, rigid cutting. Like something like this was already cut out. But for me to start cutting this right before I'm going to sleep, it requires a lot of concentration, and I don't really want to do that with my brain. So I'm just gonna, you know, this one happens to be cut out, so I'll use it, but I'm not really gonna cut out anything too detailed. I'm just gonna run with it. Well, not run with it. I'm gonna walk very calmly with it so I can relax. And just allow yourself to just enjoy the process and breathing and releasing the breath. And as thoughts come up, you know, release them into our box, which is like our safe space. It's a safe place for our thoughts to go for the night. And so maybe today I'll just do this part of the box, and then tomorrow before bed I'll work a little bit on the other parts of the box. I hope you enjoyed making your thought box for deep sleep, and if you're interested in taking this further and learning more about what I do and how I could help you with sleep, with relaxation, with working on your anxiety triggers, I invite you to look into my therapeutic art making program, where I will work with you one-to-one and to develop self-healing tools and manage your unique symptoms and your specific needs. You can find more details by following the link in my description box below, or you can go to artforthesoulstudio.com. Thank you so much for joining me today. Be well and have a great night's sleep.